Hello, everyone. Okay, so I do apologize for my voice if it does not sound so okay, and I do apologize if this is so wonky. I'm sorry. I really need to adjust this tripod. Anyways, it is currently what time is it? 12:33. So good afternoon. I was gonna make a video, but then I thought to myself, how many times will I have to restart the video? Not only that, but also I have so much worry for the space I have. I have like 80 something gigs of space, and you may think that's a lot, but for me, I think that's just so little. Because remember, even if you have so much, you will forget about it and eventually end up having no space left. That's what happened to my other tablets, the big one and the small one. The small one had like around 8 gigs, but eventually, as the years crept in, I barely had anything left. I have to keep deleting stuff on that device. Even on my big tablet, which had like um what 12 gigs of space, honestly, that just finished within like a year or two. That's how crazy it was. So it is very difficult to watch space. And even though I have more space now than both those tablets combined, I still do not want to take any chances. Anyways, I have to also clear a lot of stuff. I have a lot of old videos that I've never posted. I think it's one video, but there's a lot of extra stuff I need to delete. So yeah, I haven't made a video in such a long time, so I do apologize. I was gonna post that video I made a couple of weeks ago, but then I realized that I was just ranting so much. I want to make something a bit more soft. So, anyways, let's begin this review. This is going to be spoilers, obviously, because this one I want to rant about. So, in my last review, I mentioned about the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And then I mentioned the movie, which I kind of glossed over a lot of stuff because I just had watched it that same day. So I was so dazzled, enchanted by all the wonderful effects. And then thinking about it, I feel like the movie is just an okay movie. I feel like it's a campy movie, yes, but it does gloss over a lot of interesting things that the book does way better. And it really is a bit disappointing. But overall, the movie tried to do some interesting stuff, but they did change stuff tremendously. There were no house elves at all, which sucked because I wondered how they were going to, show the house elves and all the other types of stuff happening. But but you know what? For it being a movie, I feel like they did a good job with what they had to do. But some stuff shouldn't have been there, you know? Like I really wish the maze, the final what do you call it? Well, the final specific challenge, I really wanted that to have those type of like beasts and stuff that were in the books. But unfortunately, it did not have any of that, which really sucked. Really, really sucked. I come to find out that the director really wanted the Forbidden Forest to be burnt. And I'm thinking to myself, really, wow, why? Like this guy just wanted to be doing stuff very differently compared to the previous directors, which isn't really a bad thing. It's just that he was so focused more on that than trying to kind of present the story properly. So honestly, I feel like it was somewhat of of some kind of small effort put into it for certain scenes, but overall, it's just not something that sticks 100% to the books. And I always say, no matter what, the books will always be better. When it comes to this book, however, I would say that the movie at least represents s- certain stuff just a bit better because it's basically condensing the book down because this book is thick. When I finished the previous one, I started with this. And let me tell you, I was a bit annoyed. There's a lot of chapters, by the way, and it's like almost what, 800 pages. So let me just now this entire chapter, the first chapter, is very interesting. It's very interesting. It starts off very interesting, and it's like you're wondering what's gonna happen next. What's gonna happen next? And sometimes I was just reading, and sometimes I just felt disappointed. Like certain stuff was way too stretched, even compared to the other books. Because the other books, yes, they had some interesting detail, but many times they would always condense it into like a short summary of what happened during a week or two or something like that. They won't really, like be like this, like so thick. So I'm happy that the movie at least shortened it and put some interesting parts, but overall, it's not my favorite book. It's so far not my favorite book. It's mostly because, well, not because of Umbridge. I know a lot of people don't like the character. I know the character is irksome, but the thing is that when it comes to writing, you are going to make different type of characters, and one of the character type you're going to make is obviously irritating, obnoxious, mean-spirited characters. So obviously the characters like that can exist. The problem is that this book is just too long. And okay, I have nothing wrong again. I have nothing against. There's nothing wrong, and I have nothing against long books. It's just that this book did not really seem that it deserved to be this long, in my opinion. A lot of stuff could have been chopped out because they were so unnecessary. Certain things just felt so over the top, and honestly, I'm surprised I got through this book because this book was so big, and I remember when I was coming like close to the middle, I was so excited. When I came close to like this much, I was pretty excited. I was like, oh my goodness, I came this far. I came this far. Like I came this far. Now this was also a bit disappointing because I expected, because if you read the back, I don't think you can see it, but let me say what it says. Okay, I have to read away from the camera. Dark times have come to Hogwarts. So obviously already this thing just kind of catches your attention. After the Dementor's attack on his own cousin Dudley, Harry knows that Voldemort will stop at nothing to find him. There are many who deny the Dark Lord's return, but Harry is not alone. A secret order gathers at Grimmauld, I can't pronounce it, place to fight against the dark forces. Harry must allow Professor Snape to teach him how to protect himself from Voldemort's savage assaults on his mind. But they are growing stronger by the day, and Harry is running out of time. Like, um, here's the thing: Harry does not, at the end, learn how to protect his mind. He doesn't do that, and that's what's very disappointing because I expected him to learn that. Because I remember when he was learning the Patronus charm, and he learned it. He freaking learned it. So I expected him to at least learn what's it called, occlumency, however you pronounce it. I expected him to learn it in this book, like in this book, because it was a bit of a challenge. But no, so it just felt like a bunch of waste of pages because honestly, like this could have been like a very short book. This could have been like maybe like this much could have been taken out. No, no. This much. Okay, no, okay, I feel like I'm joking around. Around, you could say this much. This much seemed a bit more appropriate to be taken out because so much of stuff is unnecessary. And even J.K. Rowling herself said, this book just had so much stuff in it, and she just didn't really like it so much. And that's the thing, though. There's nothing wrong with big books. When big books appear, you expect it to have more interesting tales to tell, but it's not telling something of an interesting tale. It's trying to tell something, but then it's just playing all over the place, and it just feels so tiresome to get through. Honestly, I'm surprised they made a decent movie out of it. Not my favorite movie, but I'm surprised they at least did something okay with it because I just did not like the book. I did not like the book. I like the fight scene a bit better in the book though compared to the movie, but however, I feel like you know what, most of the book deserves a lot of criticism. Um, that's basically it. You know, it could have been easily shortened up. So much could have been taken out, and it would have been so much better to digest. I like the cover though, as you can see. I think it's a decent cover. And when you look at this, you think so much about it. You wonder what's going to happen in this book. So yeah, I expected so much more, but honestly, this book is just not so great in my opinion. For some reason, for some reason, oh freaking Goblet of Fire, even though it wasn't my favorite when I read it, is a bit better than this. You know, because I like the third book. The third book is my favorite, but I don't know what happened with this book. I don't even know how it turned up like this. Anyways, I have to go. No, wait. I have one thing to talk about. So it is not book related. I want to talk about this, but you know what? I should make a separate video instead. That makes much sense because people might just want to watch this video for the video. I mean, for the book. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful week. Bye.